welcome to another exciting edition of Sunday Specials, reaching you from the studio of Nta Calabar, featuring potpourri of our stories to your delight. 8 years after the legend African leader Madiba Mandela died, his legacy continues to stand tall and speak as the world marks this year's World Mandela's Day. Nigerian youths have reason to advocate promotion of made in Nigerian goods by encouraging its patronage to enhance employment creation and revenue generation. Also tonight, you will be amazed to see how a suspected mentally ill person offers traditional medical services to save people. It is a story to watch and to listen. Stay tuned, I will be right back. Welcome back to Sunday Special. I am your guide tonight, Mommy Leo Ajom. Now to the news of the day. The Cross River State commercial airline known as Cali Air has successfully made its maiden flight from the Murtala Muhammed International Airport, Lagos, to the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. Governor Ben Ayade, who was at the tarmac when the plane arrived, the Abuja airport was full of excitement and congratulated the people of Cross River State for the achievement without any form of borrowing to execute the project. Governor Ayade stressed that the feat is the beginning of emancipating and decoupling on federal government allocation and promised that the airline will uphold best standards in the industry. Amid speculations of the airline not being registered, the state government revealed that it is working in partnership with Aero while working towards obtaining its air operation certificate to ensure it comes fully on board.
Because I knew Cross River State cannot borrow, we had to use intellectual money to procure this aircraft. This is a latest, a special GPS system, first of its kind in use, highly sophisticated, highly upgraded. It's a 737-300, highest safety record, the most successful aircraft type in the Boeing industry. So indeed, if it is not a Boeing, I would never go.
If it's not Boeing?
If it's not a Cali Air, I am never coming.
Oh, yes, sir.
If it's not Boeing, I am not going. Yes, Cali on the dot.
Yes, sir.
Cross Riverians, congratulations.
So what is your message to the aviation industry players?
To please ensure that safety comes first above every other consideration, punctuality next. Cali Air will insist and ensure that it creates an industry standard for all other aviators to follow. This is the beginning of Cross River State's emancipation and complete decoupling from dependence on federal government.
So this is part of your vision for service for Cross Riverians and Nigerians in general?
My strong conviction is that this airline, the Cali Air, is the beginning of the privatization process of actually creating a private sector that never existed before. It's also the beginning of creating an alternative economy that never existed in Cross River State. It's also a strong message that sub-nationals can actually become fully independent. And this is the journey. I believe that Cali Air is going to increase the footfalls of passenger traffic to Cross River State, and Obudu International Airport coming up very soon. By December, it will be up and running. With that, it is very certain that Cali Air will be flying Obudu, and the Obudu cattle ranch will once more have its huge traffic. Let people know today that anything your mind conceives can be achieved. When I first shared this talk with the governor of Akwa Ibom State, that Cross River State was going to go into airline, and he laughed and said, Cross River, how are you going to do it? But the good news is that with his support and encouragement, and the fact that we both decided to share the dream, today we have Cali Air, a product of intellectual thinking.
And with efforts by the federal government at diversifying the nation's economy, gaining wide acceptance, the Imo State government is taking steps akin into the policy through palm production. Bright Ebuchu takes a look at measures being taken to unearth other palm plantation, which has been abandoned for years by previous administrations.
Efforts by the federal government to diversify the nation's economy from total dependence on oil has motivated governments at various levels to begin to explore opportunities in the agri sector. This vast oil palm plantation owned by the Imo State government, for instance, has been abandoned for over 20 years out of its 35 years of existence. To align with the federal government diversification policy, the Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodinma, has set in motion mechanisms to ensure it is fully revived, as it has the capacity to create employment and also boost the nation's economy.
The palm runs at full capacity. If it is everything is in order, the plantation comes back to life, the mill comes back to life, the refinery comes back to life. This place can produce more than 1 billion naira every month.
The economic value chain of the palm tree certainly cannot be overemphasized, as it can serve as a major source for export, create employment and its byproducts, servicing the manufacturing industry. The Imo State government is therefore confident that with support from the federal government, the plantation can actualize a huge annual turnover.
That antibody you see a start for, you see causes out of it for all this local soap. You can use it for other agricultural works like pineapple and other things.
It is hoped that the opportunities inherent in palm production will be effectively maximized here, as it will go a long way in enhancing the effort to diversify the economy. In Owerri, Bright Ebuchu, NTA News.
And rising from the presidential directive calling for patronage for made in Nigeria goods products as against mass importation of goods and services, some Nigerian youth have taken to the campaign to the streets in major households to emphasize that the patronage should enhance massive job creation for the revival of the economy. Correspondent Francis Udojo followed up on this advocacy.
The federal government's policies has been to steadily encourage acquisition of skills and entrepreneurship targeted to remove many youths from the unemployed market. Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari has severally called for acceptance of local goods and the growth of SMEs as a means of realizing the administration's economic agenda. These youths, aged between 18 to 25 from the Federal University Lokoja, Kogi State, say Nigerians should heed the call to patronize made in Nigeria products to reposition the youth and forge a pathway for a vibrant economy.
If you look at the recent policies, the government is trying to see that a lot of Nigerian companies are already established before they put the ban on importation.
What is happening today is what should have happened a long time ago, but no longer would we keep quiet. It is time for us to evolve as Nigerians.
We are coming out with solutions, seeking solutions to these problems, because we know these things lie inside of us.
The advocacy is hinged on the massive talents and creative ingenuity of the Nigerian youth, which has so far remained largely untapped, while they maintain that this campaign is aimed at giving our own product a chance in the local and international markets. From Lokoja, Francis Udojo, NTA News.
You are watching news reaching you from the studio of Nta Calabar. You can watch this newscast on our YouTube channel at YouTube/Nta Calabar. We'll take a break and we'll be right back.
As news breaks from the north, south, east, and west of Nigeria, we bring it to you. News from the length and breadth of Cross River State is sent to you via this channel.
With movers and shakers in various spheres of influence talking to us, we carve a niche and showcase our experience in broadcasting, because it's NTA Calabar before others.
You can't get this anywhere else. It's only here on NTA Calabar News, showing at this times 3 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and 7 p.m. every day. NTA Calabar News. Our experience counts.
Welcome back, and now to Sunday Special proper. People in the Christendom have been admonished to invest their God-given talents in the work of God and reap abundant benefits thereof. Reverend Father Christopher Eshe gave the admonition during the 2021 Christian Men's Organization Talent Celebration of St. Liv Catholic Parish, Ikot Nta Calabar. Nta Calabar was at the event.
Sometimes you need to pray that you may discover your talent. Some do not know. Oh God, what is my gift? What is my talent? I often hear talent. God, what do I do? Pray, God will give you the understanding of your talent.
These were the words of the Assistant Parish Priest in Luke's Catholic Parish, Ikot, Reverend Father Christopher Eshe, to those who are called to serve in the Lord's vineyard. In the same vein, Chairman of the Talent Celebration as well as the Central Planning Committee Chairman Fidelis Ajo emphasized the need to invest God's given talents with hard work to the glory of God.
We must let it show faithful with all quality. In the house of the Lord, no cutting of corners. If you are in charge of the money, you must ensure that you are accountable.
We believe strongly that once we showcase our talent, it is a gratitude to His holy name.
Talent celebration is like a thanksgiving to God for the wisdom, the intelligence, and all the gifts He has bestowed on you. And so whether we gain physical proceeds or physical gain or not, but we thank God that He had been able to bestow these qualities in us.
Some members of the faith, including guests at the event who were honored for investing their talents meritoriously, shed more light on why Christians should work hard to discover their talents and use them to the service of God.
It is good to invest in the house of God because we will definitely gain multiples. Whatever you do to the glory of God in the house of God, it goes a long way in your life and in your family. It is advisable that each and every one of us should serve the Lord in truth and in the spirit.
There are so many benefits from God. You get more things from God rather than what you have given to God.
The only benefit we have is to bring whatever we have, the proceeds we have, we take it to the church.
Christian Men's Organization Talent Celebration 2021 with its theme Talent of Abundant Grace is an annual event where members express appreciation for God's unfading love and blessings upon their lives. In Calabar, Nta Calabar, NTA News.
We also celebrate the men. As the world marks this year's World Mandela Day with the theme, One Hand Can Feed Another, public analysts in Makurdi, Benue State have called on leaders across the country to emulate the selfless values and principles of the late South African President Nelson Mandela. Ode Moses Ajawu brings us to speed with the story.
Born Rolila Mandiba on 18 July 1918 to the Madiba clan in the village of Mwezo, South Africa, Mandela began the struggle for freedom at a tender age of 12, which was necessitated by stories of his ancestors' valor during the wars of resistance in South Africa. The name Nelson, which was given by his primary school teacher, gained prominence over time as the young Nelson Rolila Mandela became active in politics as a member of the African National Congress in South Africa, a political platform which he used to conscientize South Africans and fight for the liberation of the country. Arrested and jailed for treason in 1962, Mandela regained freedom 27 years after and became the first black president of the Republic of South Africa. His achievement and life of service to humanity became internationally recognized in 2009 following the United Nations General Assembly's declaration of 18 July every year as a World Day to ponder on his contributions to peace and freedom. The day is in recognition of Mandela's values and his dedication to the service of humanity, conflict resolutions, race relations, promotion and protection of human rights, reconciliation, gender, equality, right of children and other vulnerable groups, and the promotion of social justice. Reflecting on his life and time and the theme of this year's World Mandela Day, One Hand Can Feed Another, opinion leaders in Makurdi reviewed on the gains and legacies of the late South African president.
Representing the interest of your immediate people, which is what politics is all about. Nelson Mandela is a symbol of all those things. He's an ideal leader.
Madiba died a global citizen. When hands join in hands together, it becomes, it serves a general purpose of uplifting humanity. It calls for humanity and society, as it were, to reach out and embrace one another in spite of colors and culture.
United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has equally appealed to world leaders to join hands in achieving the goals and aspirations of Nelson Mandela.
As long as poverty, injustice, and gross inequality persist in our world, none of us can truly rest. On this Mandela Day, let us recall that we can and must be part of the quest for a better future of dignity, opportunity, and prosperity for all people on a healthy planet.
Nelson Madiba Mandela died on December 5, 2013 at the age of 95 in Makurdi, Ode Moses Ajao. NTA News.
In the past few weeks, story of a mentally unstable man who consults and offers free medical care in Makurdi, Benue State, has been trending on the social media. Sheze Gope, out of curiosity, sought to find out his operation and visited the J.S. Taka Foundation, where the said man is. She confirms that people consult him for different ailments. The question now is, who are these people that consult a mentally deranged person for their health challenges?
Shima, Salisu Abayi, Cecilia Ejembi, and Mustafa Sunday are a few out of many Makurdi residents who had contact or merely heard about this seemingly mentally unstable man.
Everything I know for that man, if you get problem, you come there, the man will write something, give you. As he tell you, that's what the problem be.
He's not a herbalist man. The man prophesies. He tells people, when you come, he look at you and he tells you your problem. And he give you solution. He will write a note and give it to you where you will go and they will treat you. They're helping people. But me in person, I haven't go to his place. But people have been coming.
The other day, I went there with my friends. Certainly, they said that it's a prayer pastor that he can pray. But why is it? Because they will call you write a cock. That cock is the cock that you wish to sacrifice. They will prepare the cock by themselves there. You will eat it there. You will not take it to home. Why is it so? And as I'm hearing, they say that there is a medicine. When they put that medicine in that pot, inside that pot, you will not put that pot in ground only, except you put one seed of charcoal down before you will put the medicine.
I'm a Okada rider, but due to people that we are carrying, sometimes we see people gather there. In fact, sometimes when you pass there, you cannot even see Baba. They're just surrounding the Baba.
Although he gave his name as Dominic Denen Tone, he is fondly referred to as Baba. Baba is not completely new in the environment where he operates, according to residents, as he had lived in the same location over a long time as a homeless person. Reports also has it that Baba never related with anyone all the while until recently when he unveiled his God-given talents.
Before, if I want to do something, like if a person promised me to give me something, if I go there, it could be fake. But as I come, that man write something, give me. If a person promise something, anything will nobody even promise, person go to call me. Say, come collect with so thing, or come make you do work so please, or come we need you so please.
Like those market women, they used to go to his place there, and the man used to help them and write a note for them, and their problem is solved.
So since then, I discovered, I said, even Jesus Christ himself, he did not like dirty places. He liked clean, our God like lightly places. So when I concluded with my friend, we refused to go back to them.
Sighting Baba from a distance can be scary, with his unkempt body, hair, and the environment all portray the traits of a mentally ill person. But he seems to have a friendly disposition and calm. Many people Young and old alike are around him, some assisting him in carrying out his task, while some for medical and spiritual care, as they claimed. All efforts to get Baba talk to us about his operations proved abortive. He only wrote his name on a paper and told us off camera that he got his inspirations from God. Even his assistants declined comment and prevented the crew from recording their activities. They, however, told us that people usually consult Baba for different health and spiritual conditions, and he refers them to native doctors for herbs. For now, the question seeking for answer in the minds of many residents is if Baba is truly insane or sent by God to rescue Benue people. In Makodi, Ashezigopep, NTA News.
I tell you, it's going to amaze you. I hope you really got amazed by that story. And now to sport updates with Olarikon Kilajolu.
Al Ahly of Egypt have emerged champions of the 2021 Confederation of African Football Champions League after beating South African side Kaizer Chiefs 3-0 in the final decided in Morocco Saturday. The Egyptian Giants, who also won the competition in 2020, has now become the first African team to lift the trophy 10 times following their successes in 1982, 1987, 2001, 2005 and 2006. They were also winners in 2008, 2012, 2013, 2020 and 2021. In basketball, Nigeria's senior men's basketball team, the Tigers, have been ranked 4th out of the 12 teams participating in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics behind Australia, Spain and USA, according to the latest FIBA Power Rankings. The rankings, which is based on recent performance of the teams, saw the Tigers placed 4th after their astonishing victory over world number 1 USA and 4th-ranked Argentina during their exhibition games in Las Vegas recently. Meanwhile, the Tigers and the Tigress quest for Olympics medal further got a boost as a corporate organization has extended support to the teams in the tune of $30,000 following the line of other corporate organizations who have earlier donated $200,000 to the teams. The gesture follows appeal by the Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Sunday Dare's call for individuals and corporate bodies to adopt athletes and teams. In volleyball, Kano Pillars and Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC) currently tops the table in the men's and women's category of the first phase of the 2021 Nigerian Volleyball Premier League, which ended on Sunday. In the men's category, 2018 Super Cup silver medalist Kano Pillars occupies the first position with 24 points after 9 matches, while NSCDC in the women's category lead the log after garnering 18 points from the available 18. The second phase of the league is scheduled to hold in Abuja later in the year. With sports updates, Olalekan Kilajolu, NTA News.
And that's about our package for Sunday Special for tonight. We thank you so very much for giving us your time. We enjoy you to enjoy the rest of our programs.